this is Danny Lewis, and in this video we're going to take a look at Wave Alchemy's evolution. You might have seen me using this on a couple of videos recently, and one of the things that I said is that I'd like to take a look and basically show you the workflow that I've been using. So I'm going to do that now, and this plugin is something that, when I say plugin, this is actually a library for Kontakt. So that's what I'm going to do first of all. So I'm just going to search for Kontakt, and I'm just going to go here for the 8-out version, just in case I wanted to separate any outputs. So this is going to load up, and it's going to be something that's available in the list you can see here in the libraries. And I'm going to drop down. I'm going to talk about these NKI presets you can see here. So these are different configurations of the library. So you can see their varying degrees of tape saturation. So from 1 to 3 or a cleaner version. So it's up to you what you want to go for. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the tape 3 because that's the kind of vibe that I like. I'm going to double click this and it's going to load it up. The interface is a really beautiful example of very clever Kontakt scripting. If any of you guys have used Kontakt in any degree of detail, you'll become aware of Kontakt scripts. So up here, if I push this button, you can see there's a whole lot of stuff here. And the guys have cleverly tucked this sort of thing away. Under normal circumstances, you see a whole bunch of scripts and stuff here, but it's not there. You can see the results of their scripting and a fantastic user interface. Now, what you've got is the choice of loading presets. We've got some factory kits here. There's some user stuff that I've been working on recently. And what we can do is start off with the initialized preset. So it's going to wipe the slate clean and take all the programming away, because that's one of the things that you can do here. You can actually program. And we're going to do that in this video. Just going to tuck away the browser now. And so you can see I've got it loaded up on this track here. I'm just going to clear this out. And you can audition samples by clicking. And the layout here is quite interesting. Okay, this is replicated across the different kits. So I'm just going to show you the concept of the programming. We've got the grid down here, the 16th grid. So if I have this kick, you can tap once for normal velocity, again for the accent. And so I'm going to do this here. Just going to go for an accented kick drum. And we can get this syncing with Ableton by pushing this button here. And so just going to get Ableton playing. So you can hear that kick. That sample is up here. So you can see you've got 3 layers. You've got drum, transient, and layer. These are 3 textures that are blending together to make that kick drum sound. And you can flip these around if you wanted to do that. So you can see here the next and previous. There's a big selection here. So I'll tell you that workflow. What I do is basically get this up and running, and then I go for random until I find something I like the sound of. Some of these are very well suited to trap music, but I'm going to try and find something that's going to work for house. I could be here all day, really. Let me see if I get lucky. Okay, this one I like. It's got a real kind of distorted, heavy 808 kind of vibe to it. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to come onto the clap. I'm going to program in some claps. Going to do the same thing again. So with this clap drum sample, going to randomize. Okay, going to go with that. Let's go over to the hi-hats. And at the moment, we're not actually running with any swing. This is all very straight. So you're going to click the swing button here, take it up high. You're going to really notice that here with these grid positions. Just going to do another one here. Another one here. Maybe another one here. All right, that's wicked. So let's come over to the snare. And maybe I'm going to change that snare sound. Yeah, like that. Gonna bring that up. And one of the things that I'm feeling here with the kick is it's a little bit too long. So what I'm going to do is going to take this, going to take the hold short because that's extending the sound out. Here's a decay. It's going to fade it down. Let's have a listen. That's good. And maybe just a little double kick here and there. So I like the sound of that, and what I'd want to do is bring that into, arrange it into Ableton. So we can do that, and you've got MIDI Export here, and what you do is you just grab this, bring it up, drag it onto the track, and I'm going to double tap so you can see what's going on here. Now, one of the great things that I like about this is that you get these really interesting kind of timings. So, you know, that swing that we had feels a little bit unconventional. You know, I really like that. And you can see that over here as well. So there is a certain kind of rhythm and vibe that I feel is in that programming grid. It might just be some kind of audible illusion, but, you know, I like the sound of it. So that's working nicely. And so that means we could basically structure this. You know, so if I just duplicate that, come back to the first one, take away maybe this one here, so that we can start off. So that's it, that's the vibe. You know, there's a whole bunch of other things here, but I just wanted to show you. I don't have a lot of time tonight, but I wanted to show you that particular workflow. So you load up a sound, just do a little bit of random stuff, see what comes up. I mean, you can go through the list here, look, but I like the idea of chance, providing something interesting, but I wouldn't usually select. All right, that's the whole kind of idea behind this workflow. And get something in the grid to start off with, and just start building up. You can see there are plenty more sounds. I've only used a few of these, but there's something that I really like about working with this. And recently, I would say about 80% of the things I've been working on have all been done with the Wave Alchemy Evolution.